The Man Who Refused to Give Up. Chapter 1. Broken Dreams. Jay walked through the noisy streets of Mumbai with a tired heart and an empty wallet. His backpack hung from one shoulder, and his shoes were worn out from months of job hunting. Just a year ago, he had left his small village with a dream to make something of himself in the big city. He believed he would find a good job, earn money, and help his family live a better life. But reality had been different. Harsh, cruel. He had applied for over 50 jobs and had received rejection after rejection. Some never replied. Others told him he didn't have enough experience. The money he had saved slowly disappeared. First, he stopped eating out. Then, he left his rented room and started sleeping in public parks. Now, he could barely afford to eat once a day. That evening, as the sun dipped below the buildings, Jay sat on the steps outside a closed shop. He took a crumpled letter from his bag. Another rejection. "You are not selected," it said. That was all. He stared at it for a long time. Then he tore it into pieces and let the wind carry it away. He didn't cry. He had no tears left. But even in that moment, something inside him whispered, "Don't give up." He looked up at the stars starting to appear above the city and made a silent promise. One more day. I will try one more day. Chapter 2. The First Step. The next morning, Jay woke up on a bench in a park. His back ached. His stomach was empty. But his mind was clear. He washed his face at a public tap and walked into the nearest market. He asked shop after shop if they needed help. Most said no. Some didn't even answer. Finally, an old man running a tea stall looked at him carefully. "Can you wash cups?" he asked. Jay nodded. "Yes, sir. I can do anything. Work starts at 6 in the morning. 10 rupees an hour. You eat after work, okay?" Jay smiled for the first time in days. "Okay, thank you." He worked all day, cleaning dishes, sweeping the ground, delivering tea to nearby offices. The work was hard, but it felt good. At the end of the day, the old man handed him 60 rupees and a plate of rice. "Come tomorrow," he said. Jay bowed deeply. "Yes, sir. I will be here." That night, Jay didn't sleep on the street. He used some of his money to rent a spot in a shared room with other workers. It wasn't much, but it had a roof and a fan. For the first time in months, Jay slept with hope. Chapter 3. Climbing Slowly. Days turned into weeks. Jay worked every morning at the tea stall. In the afternoons, he visited the public library. He read books on business, motivation, English language, and anything else he could find. He started keeping a notebook. Every day, he learned 5 new English words. He practiced speaking them with customers. Some laughed at his mistakes. Others encouraged him, but he kept going. "You speak better now," the tea stall owner said one day. "Good for business." Jay smiled. "Thank you, sir. I'm learning." One evening, a man in a suit came to the stall. He watched Jay serve tea quickly, politely, and with a smile. "Do you always work this hard?" the man asked. "Yes, sir. I try my best." The man handed him a card. "My office needs a cleaner. It pays more than this. Come tomorrow. Tell them Mr. Desai sent you." Jay held the card like it was gold. He bowed deeply. "Thank you, sir. Thank you so much." Chapter 4. A New Beginning. The next day, Jay walked into a large office building. He wore his cleanest shirt and carried the card in his pocket. The receptionist checked the name and called someone. Soon, he was given a uniform and shown his duties. He worked as a cleaner, but he watched everything. How people talked, how they wrote emails, how they handled customers. He continued studying in the evenings. He took free online courses at the library and practiced typing. After 6 months, he asked the office manager if he could help at the front desk part-time. The manager was surprised. You want to work 2 jobs? Jay nodded. I want to learn more. I want to grow. The manager gave him a chance. Jay started helping with calls, emails, and visitors. He made mistakes, but he learned fast. People began to notice his dedication. Chapter 5. The dream comes true. 2 years passed. Jay was now a full-time assistant at the company. He wore a proper suit, spoke fluent English, and handled many responsibilities, but he never forgot where he came from. One day, he visited the tea stall. The old man was still there. You have grown into a gentleman, the man said proudly. Jay smiled and handed him a small envelope. This is for you, he said. You gave me my first job. You believed in me. The old man opened it and found money and a thank you note. Tears filled his eyes. I didn't do much. You did all the hard work. Jay nodded. But you gave me a chance when no one else would. Months later, Jay opened his own small business, a training center to help young job seekers improve their English, interview skills, and confidence. He named it The First Step. He stood in front of the first group of students and said, You don't need to be rich. You don't need perfect English. You only need one thing, the decision to never give up. One step at a time, you can build your dream. I did, and so can you.